Hey guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and today is August 24th, Friday, and this is TGIF, or Thank God It's Finished. And I have a pretty nice list of things to show you today. So what's been going on in life? Not a whole lot of much, which I'm not complaining about. Just, you know, busy stuff around the house. Nothing to write home about. So, what have I finished in the last week? Well, the first thing I finished is the sweater for Kristen. It's called the Sophiasburg sweater. It's a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. And here it is. I love how it turned out, and I like the way it fits Kristen, but we're going to talk more about this in a few minutes. It's knit in worsted weight yarn, and it's a fairly fast knit and easy and straightforward. Seamless from the top down. So, Sophiasburg sweater. There's that. The second thing I finished is my tea with bread and jam sweater, and this is for me. And this is knit out of Cascade 220 and two leftover colors I had from other sweaters. You can't really see it, but it's just a basic top-down raglan with some random stripes, chunky stripes. This fits more like a sweatshirt. I really do like it, and I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it. Again, this is a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. And I forgot to mention last time, but anytime I show you a project that has a pattern, it will always be linked on my Ravelry page. So I know there were some questions last week. I haven't had a chance to go back and answer the comments. There were questions about the gnomes. This pattern is Never Not Gnoming. It's on Ravelry, and it is linked on my Ravelry page. So, finish number 2. The third thing I finished is more like I continued to work on the finished object, and that's the angel ornament. I did concoct some homemade stiffy. I followed a few recipes online and then just did what I wanted to. And here it is all stiffied. I still do need to add the ribbon. I have 2 widths of white ribbon, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. And I'm actually not sure that this is the pattern that I'm ultimately going to make the ornaments out of, but I want to make this and another one and see which one we like better. I'm not overly thrilled with the crown, halo, whatever it is. Like I said last time, there are supposed to be buttons in there, and I just don't like the effect. And I'm also not exactly sure where the ribbon is going to go because there's no openness here, and there's supposed to be. So, we'll see. This may be it. I'm not sure. And the last thing I finished, I made last year also. And by the time this is up, this will already be in the mail. And this is Dobby. There he is. So cute. He's a pay-for pattern on Ravelry as well. And for photos, I gave him a little sock, which was the idea of farm wife. So there's that. He's really cute. Someone on Instagram asked where I got my eyes. I have no idea. I buy my eyes in bulk, and sometimes I paint them, and sometimes I buy them already colored. These were already colored. More likely than not, I got them from 60/60 Eyes, but I haven't ordered eyes in forever, so I can't be certain. There's Dobby. He's going in the mail. And that's the last thing I finished. Yes, last thing I finished. What am I working on? Well, the first thing, I don't think I showed it to you last week because there was no progress, and there's still no progress this week, but there will be next week, and that is the baby lamb. I believe this is also a pay-for pattern, but it is linked on my Ravelry, and it's exactly where it was the last time I showed it to you. In fact, this was my thumbnail photo. So I have this done, I have an arm done, and that's about it. I thought I had another skein of this pipsqueak yarn. I hope I do. Anyway, oh, it's right next to me. not Pipsqueak. This is actually Bernat Tizzy. It's discontinued because it's a choking hazard. But this is just going probably with the rest of my friends up here. So I'm not worried about anybody choking on it. And I'm hoping to finish that, or at least make some significant progress on that this week. Whip number 1. Whip number 2 I talked about last week, but I forgot to bring it up, and it's a pair of socks for Kristen. And I am knitting it, first of all, on my amazing love of my life knitting needles, my signature sock needles with stiletto tip. A dream. A dream. And I'm knitting it out of some yarn from Terry. This is Regia Perfect. It's an Arnie and Carlos one. And notice there's nothing on my needles because I did finish one sock the other night. And I did not bring up a sock blocker, so let me make it look sockish. Flatten you out. And here it is, the first sock for Kristen. Just a basic sock with a Fish Lips Kiss heel. That's the heel that fits us the best. And it worked out nicely for Kristen's size because she likes the long cuff. I would not have wanted a cuff this long. And the patterning went right to the end of where I knit her socks. So Perfect is not a good sock yarn for me because I have much small. I wear a size 5 kids, so but she likes this, and I think I like it too. It was fun to knit. I love knitting socks. I need to do more of it. The last thing I have on my needles is not the Brickless. So I was knitting the Brickless out of this yarn from Miss Babs, which is, Miss Babs Tart, and the color is Shaken Not Stirred. Kristen and Dewey gave this to me for Christmas 2 years ago, and I have ripped it out, hence all the yarn around the ball, and just because I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't jiving with the pattern, and that's totally fine. Why keep knitting it? I'll knit it another time. And I started the Changing Staircases pattern, which was gifted to me by the lovely Maureen, and I like this. This is much more enjoyable to me. I'm in a groove with it, so yeah, this will be a long-term project because this Miss Babs is 500 yards, and I'd like to use up as much of it as I can. So that's the back. Changing Staircases, which is also a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. Do 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 do. No, 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 no. And that's all my whips. So what will I be knitting next? I have a list here. The first thing I'm going to be knitting next is another angel ornament, and I'm going to be knitting this one. Crocheting. My mother crocheted this one several years ago for her friends, and I like this. I think I'm going to like it much better than this one. This won't go to waste. I'll do something with it, probably hang it on the tree. But I'm going to give these ones a whirl and see which ones I like better. This is all, this book is all lace, thread crochet angels. But this is the one I'm going to do. Socks are also on my list. I want to start the Bits and Bobs, and I think I'm going to knit this out of some James C. Brett Marble Chunky. This pattern was given to me by the lovely Sarah Hepworth. Thank you, Sarah. And I had intended to cast it on a few weeks ago, but anyway, I didn't. So I'm thinking of trying that with this. And I'm only going to hold the yarn single, not doubled. And another thing I'll be working on is 4 or 5 apple hats. And I think this is the pattern I'm going to use because it has all the sizes that I need, and it's in the weight I would like to knit it in, and this is a free pattern on Ravelry. Yep. And last but not least, on my list of whips, or what I want to knit next, is the Sophiasburg sweater. This Sophiasburg sweater, to be exact. I mentioned that this sweater fit Kristen, and in my opinion, it fit perfectly, but for her, it was tight, in the sleeves especially. I would actually say that's probably the only place it's tight. So, grab your tissues. I'm going to rip this whole sweater out. It's washed and blocked, and I'm going to rip it all out. And I'm going to start over. She'd like it more of a sweatshirt fit, and right now it's a body hugging fit. So I think I'm going to go up 2 sizes, and I'm going to knit it again. But that's okay, because it was a fun knit, number 1, and number 2, I want her to have a sweater that she's going to want to wear. So win-win. So that's on my list. So say goodbye for now. That's all that's on the horizon. I did want to show, I received a prize in the mail that I forgot to show last time, and this is from Kathy, and this is for the Christmas in July along. I swear there was a business card in here, but I've lost it because I'm good like that. So there's this Wonder Woman bag that will be one of the prizes for the Christmas in July and August along, and you have just under a week left. Get your stuff in. Christmas themed projects and Christmas gifts. Those are what are eligible, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Everybody is welcome in my Xmas along. So thank you, Kathy, very much. Put that with the other prizes. And the last thing I have to show you is what's new for my Etsy shop this week. And I only did a little bit of sewing this week, so I have one new print, and that is Mermaid Life. And these are, as of right now, are live in my Etsy shop. If you like what you see, feel free to take a look, and if you don't, feel free not to. That's fine. I love this print. This print makes me think of Sadie. Last year, today to be exact, was when I went to visit Seth at Children's Hospital, and Sadie and I went to the gift shop, and I let her pick out whatever she wanted, and she picked out a little mermaid toy, so this makes me think of her and today, which is a happy and sad memory all at the same time. But I think that is all I have for right now. Tonight we have, not tonight, tomorrow, Kristen's dad's coming over for dinner, and it's going to be kind of a relaxed weekend. We have some housework stuff to do, some, just daily crap. Anyway, when you're a kid, you think the weekend, you have the weekend off. There's no such thing as a weekend off. There's no such thing. Being an adult is a full-time job. All right, enough babbling. I hope you guys are doing well, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.